Hey Remar, how's it going? I've been making some short videos for people to communicate some things that have been a little bit easier with a video rather than trying to, decipher it through text. There's a few things going on with your press that I would like to fix. Mainly, it's going to be your grip, and then you are pulling your hips back before you initiate your bounce on the press 2.0. So just to start here, if we'll notice that our wrists are pretty bent backwards and our elbows are directly under the bar, if not a little bit behind the bar. Now, retracting your shoulders here, getting wrinkles in the back here, that's really great. I love that. But as for this, what's happening is that we've created a little extra moment arm, a little extra lever with our hand, and we're compensating by pulling our biceps back, or excuse me, our elbows back. Ideally, we want our wrists straight and then our elbows out a little bit in front of the bar. I'll pull up a reference image for you here. All right, so if we look at this guy, he's pressing according to the starting strength model. His wrists are relatively straight. The bar is hovering just off of his clavicles, and then his elbows are going to be out in front of the bar. This is a little bit more exaggerated because he's right in his layback right now. But just honestly, like an inch in front of the bar, if you think about pushing your elbows slightly forward, that's really all we need there. And then we'll watch your pull back. You can kind of see it on rep 1. By the way, don't press with a hat. It tends to get a little bit messy. So we're here right now. So we'll notice this is essentially our quads are tight, glutes are tight, abs are tight, and then you're going to pull your hips backwards and then release your brace and then throw your hips forward. So watch that real carefully. Hips come back and then forward. Whenever this gets heavier, this is still a pretty light load for you. You're nice and jacked, but whenever this is going to get heavier into like the 180, something like that, pulling your hips backwards like this, it's really going to screw up the brace. Especially, it's going to screw up the throw even more so because your abs are going to be a little bit looser than you want them to. So the entire time, just be sure to keep your abs crunched down, locked down, and then only push them forward as opposed to pulling them back. On that rep, you did a little bit of a better job for it. And then I'm going to go to your deadlift. I had one quick thing about that. And it's going to be visible on your descent. So on the way up, everything's looking really good. So here's your setup. There's the pull. The hips are high, the shoulders out in front of the bar, eyes are around 15, 20 feet in front of us, and our knees are out. All the landmarks for a good pull are right here. Keeping the shoulders out in front of the bar. And now on the way down, particularly right here, you start hitching around your knees. So you let your knees come forward a little bit too early, and then it's going to pop around your knee. Okay, so let's watch that real quick. It scoots out. Whenever this gets heavier, it's going to be a problem. As of right now, it's not really going to kill anybody. And then another thing is that I would recommend sweatpants for deadlifts, if possible. That way it's just going to be a little bit easier on your leg. Your problems whenever you're pulling in the low 300s were you were keeping it a little bit too far forward in midfoot, so it didn't drag up the legs so much. But with a thick pair of sweatpants, you can't really notice it. And I'm just zooming in on you, popping out past the knee. But other than that, everything's looking really good. I'm going to go to your programming real quick. We are on week 9 of broken ankle schedule, or broken foot schedule, excuse me. You just finished this workout, and then for your next one, we have a 3x5 at 215 for your squat. Hopefully we can get videos of this for your bench as well. And then your chin up, we're doing a set to failure with 50, and then a 3x5 at 25. Let me know how you're feeling about these tempo chin ups and the pause chin ups. I'm a huge fan of these. I found that they have pretty good carryover to the rest of them. Yeah, but just let me know how you're feeling about these. Otherwise, we're going to continue, on the basically kind of an outline of this schedule where we're deadlifting and pressing once a week for probably the first 2 or 3 weeks, and we're squatting and benching and chinning on our Mondays and Fridays, respectively. But if you have any questions, let me know, or if you have any other friends in your unit or anything like that, anyone who's looking for a coach, send them my way. Thanks, Remar. See ya.